Hello everyone, this is a tutorial on how to explore the digital Montpelier model. So first thing you're going to do is input the URL in the search bar there to access the model. And as it loads, give it a few minutes to generate. Go ahead and click on all the layers on the Layers tab to the right-hand side of the screen. You can just check the boxes next to each title. This is how we organize the information on the model, so you can turn these layers on and off to see more or less information. So you can go ahead and zoom out to see the full landscape. You can see a bird's eye view here, and there's a lot of information to take in. So this can be a little overwhelming, and it's not very useful to have all this information on at once. So we're probably going to go ahead and look around. You can move left and right here with those navigation tools on the left hand side. You can zoom in and out, spin the model around, move up and down, left or right. But we're going to go ahead and start turning off some of these layers because we don't really need them. We really only need the layers for the main house. So that would be the roof, the first floor, the second floor, the cellar, and the exterior. So you can go ahead and turn off all those other layers. So now that we just have the main house selected in our Layers tab, we can go ahead and start zooming into that model to really start to explore it. So we're going to zoom in and then move around with our navigation tools. See they're going left and right. And then we can rotate it as well to get different perspectives. So now we're going to go ahead and turn off the roof layer so we can look down into the second floor. And then you can use your navigation tools to move around a little bit better and see a better view. You can go ahead and turn off the second floor so we can look into the first floor. And then turn that off and you can see the cellar as well. So now what we're going to do is we're going to zoom into this model. So I'm going to use those navigation tools again, and we're going to zoom into the drawing room. So just keep playing with those tools. It might take a little time to get used to them, but play around with them, zoom in and out until you can get where you want to be. So I want to know more about this mantelpiece right here, so I'm going to zoom in and out until I get exactly where I want it. And there we go, that looks pretty good. Go ahead and click on that mantelpiece and it's going to highlight it blue and bring up its pop-up window. This pop-up window shows all the information tagged to this element. So you can scroll down and see some images, some captions, and then if you scroll all the way down to the bottom, you're going to see a list of fields that have links in them, and this can take you to other archival material that can't be seen in this little pop-up window. So let's go ahead and look at the field notes for this mantelpiece. So it's going to take you to a Google Drive folder for that element and its field notes. You can click on it, scroll down, and start to explore some of these field notes that were taken during the restoration, the measurements, the drawings. It's some really cool stuff in here to explore. And you can even click back one folder and then you can also look at the CAD drawings. And here's one of the CAD drawings. These are the measured drawings made by the architects during the restoration. And then there's also photos for images and investigations, so you can explore those as well. Or you can click back another folder and you can see all the elements in this room. So the doors, the windows, there's video footage that you can watch about the restoration. A bunch of different stuff that you can explore. And if you just keep going back folders, you can explore more and more things. And here's a field note for the window, so you don't always have to go back to the model to explore these materials. You can just click back within the Google Drive folder. And then there's every room on the first floor. You can go to a different room if you want to, as long as you know the room number. But if not, you might need to go back to the model to reference that. and then it's broke up by layer, so cellar, exterior, first floor, second floor. And then there's a folder for chimney stacks in the exterior folder, and you can see reports and video footage and drawings for them as well. And that's what some of the reports look like. You can read through those. But let's go back to this model here and play around with it a little bit more. So you can zoom out and you can go to a different room in the model. Everything's selectable, so you can click on anything and find out more information. But let's go ahead and explore the second floor a little bit. So we need to turn that layer back on, come back over to that layers tab, and check the box next to the second floor layer. And then here the second floor has now generated, so we can come in here and navigate around a little bit and explore it a little more. So like I said, everything's selectable. So this door, you can click on that and see images and have the links that will take you directly to where its archival material is located. And moving around a little bit more, you can come over to this room and you can even select the floor and it will have information tagged to it and images from its restoration. So there's plenty of material to look through and explore. Just getting in there and starting to look through it and understand what's happening. There are also blog posts on Digital Doorway that talks about some of this information that will eventually be linked. And there's some other good websites like Digital Montpelier or Montpelier Restoration website that you can go to find more information. Eventually all this information will be linked within the pop-up windows, but that's still in the works. And then you can zoom back out and explore the landscape a little bit more. You can turn on some of those other layers. Turn the roof back on. There are many other layers, such as the south yard or archaeology areas that you can look at and explore if you want to. And that is how you use the model. Hope this helps.